phone and his whiskey. Tell your bosses I quit. And if anyone comes after me, he tapped his temple. Dead man switch. The whole world finds out who really runs the game. Shaw's eye twitched. You'd last 6 months. Carlos smiled. I only need 3. 3 months later, Marrakesh. A new consulting firm opened Phoenix Risk Analysis. First client, a shadowy consortium offering $50 million for market insights. As Carlos scanned the contract, his phone buzzed. A message from an unknown number. We'll be watching. V. Vasquez? The FSB? The Saudis? Carlos deleted it, poured a drink, and got back to work. The game never ends. Carlos Mendez had outplayed spies, cartels, and governments. But power has a price, and his came due in blood. 5 years after going rogue, Carlos wasn't just surviving, he was thriving. Phoenix Risk Analysis was now a global intelligence brokerage, trading secrets instead of bullets. He had a private security force ex-special ops, ex-Spetsnaz, ex-cartel, a Swiss vault holding blackmail on 3 presidents, a dead man's switch wired to leak everything if his heartbeat stopped. But true power? That required one last play. A encrypted message arrived from the consortium, a cabal of bankers, oligarchs, and ex-spy chiefs running the world's shadow economy. We want you to replace Shaw. The catch? He had to kill Shaw himself. Carlos set the stage. 1. Lured Shaw to a Dubai penthouse with a fake CIA bounty. 2. Let the FSB intercept the meeting. 3. Watched on drone cam as Russian assassins stormed in. But Shaw wasn't there. Instead, a voice crackled over Carlos's earpiece. You always were predictable. Shaw had flipped the script. Carlos's empire crumbled in hours. His Swiss accounts froze. His security team betrayed him highest bidder. Vasquez's body washed up in Miami, a bullet in her skull. Worst of all, the dead man's switch failed. Shaw smirked over a video call. We own your tech, Carlos. Always did. Captured, drugged, and dragged to black site in Algeria, Carlos faced his end. Shaw sipped bourbon across the interrogation table. You could have been useful, but you got greedy. Carlos spat blood. And you got lazy. A firefight erupted as Ray and El Fiscal's mercs stormed the compound. Carlos grabbed Shaw's pistol and shot him in the kneecap. The switch was a decoy, he whispered. The real files are already out. As alarms blared, Carlos escaped into the desert just as the world's inboxes pinged with leaked consortium data. The ghost. 1 year later, the consortium collapsed in scandals. Shaw vanished, presumed dead. Phoenix Risk became legend. No one knew if Carlos survived. On a beach in Oman, a scarred man received a burner text. New game. You in, V. The camera panned up Detective Vasquez, alive, smirking as she boarded a private jet. They called Carlos Mendez a ghost. A myth, until a bullet-riddled hard drive surfaced in Kiev and proved the dead don't always stay buried. The Shadow War. 18 months later, the world thought Carlos Mendez had